What's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning to you. Marlon Sanders here. I want to talk to you what I learned from Grant Cardone yesterday. If you don't know, Grant Cardone's doing a 5-day event. It is called Unbreakable 2023. So the URL, I believe, is unbreakable2023.com, or you can go over to Grant Cardone's profile on the Facebooks, and I'm sure you will find a link where you can sign up for free. It's 5 days. This will be day 3, but you can still sign up and get in on today. Today's about communication. It's going to be off the hook. The replay's up for 24 hours. If you want access beyond that, you have to pay. It's not a lot of money. It's like $100 for the recordings, but you get 24-hour access to the recordings. So good morning to you. So his event is at unbreakable2023.com, or like I say, just search Grant Cardone's profile on Facebook for a sign-up link. I recommend it highly. Like, I thought yesterday's speech was maybe the best I've heard from Grant. I've heard quite a bit of stuff from Grant. What I liked about it is normally when he does a free or a low-cost event, like 30 or 50% of it is pitching, which there's a lot of value in listening to anyone pitch who's really, really world-class at it, and certainly Grant's one of the best in the world. But, you also like content sometimes, and so yesterday there was really no big pitch. It was just all content, 90 minutes on marketing, my favorite topic. So I found that interesting, and I took some notes, but one of the things that he said, that he always says, but I really like just how he articulated stuff yesterday. And he just said the number one problem all businesses have is just obscurity. No one knows you, right? And as the CEO, he sees his number one job is just marketing. That's basically all he does. Good morning to you. Grant's event is at unbreakable2023.com. I believe you can sign up there, or again, go to his profile on Facebook and look. I'm sure you'll find a sign up link, or just search for it on wherever. GrantCardone.com probably has a link to it, I'm sure. It's 5 days, and it's about how to become unbreakable. Today is about communication, and I believe it's about putting your message out on all channels. Yesterday was about the need just to get out of obscurity, get people knowing. I thought it was one of the best 90 minutes I've heard from Grant. I honest to God did. I took a lot of notes, and I upgraded to the VIP for $100 just so I could get the recordings, which I don't have. I missed day 1. I don't have the recording from day 1 yet. Like, his members area has nothing in it, which is funny. As small entrepreneurs, info product sellers, we struggle to get a members area up and have time for that and things. But, I guess big, gigantic, enormous people do also. So anyway, I think it goes back to what I've talked about to you about is you got to prioritize your audience building, number one, every day. Whatever you do for audience building, you need to do it. Now, I'll tell you an interesting story is I was reading in his Facebook group. You get access to a Facebook group. And I was reading, and the replay's in there still probably from yesterday's replay. If you just type in day 2 and you get in the Facebook group, you type in day 2, you can still probably find the replay from yesterday. It's well worth watching. I don't think you can download it because it's a Facebook video. It's a video, on Facebook. It's very difficult to download. But anyway, you might be able to figure out how to do it. I don't know. So anyway, I was reading his Facebook group, and somebody was like, well, I'm in your courses. I'm in Cardone University. I'm in this or that, but hey, how are you doing? I still haven't got results yet, right? I still haven't got results yet, really, and they're still struggling. And so I go to their Facebook profile to check it out. And they had no mention of their product or service they're selling, no posts, no lead magnets, just nothing. And I'm like, I mean, Grant's 101 is you got to get your message out there as aggressive as you can on all channels you can. Every free channel available, you know, or get really great at one channel. Like I was just listening today to Think Media on YouTube, and they're great. Think Media. The guy's just awesome. And he was just giving tips about YouTube videos. Like at the end of your video, like have 3 or 4 points on your video and then make the last point another video on your channel they need to watch because the watch time is enormously important. But he also pointed out that YouTube has a feature where on your video you click remix and you're able to just take then a short segment of it, 1 minute of it, and publish it as a YouTube short. I did not know that. He also showed that on Instagram, I had no idea you could do this on Instagram. Apparently, you can just take your photo on Instagram and hold down and remove the background on it. I've been doing that in Canva. I had no freaking idea you could do that within Instagram itself. That's pretty cool. Anyway, the channel's Think Media. It's full of YouTube tips. My point is, just YouTube alone, there's a lot to master. You can spend a year probably just trying to master one channel like YouTube. I put out to all channels, but I think you can do that easily, but you got to take one and really specialize in it until you get it down pat, and then you can go to the next. But you really got to, today, I believe you really, 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 really got to drill down on one channel to really get exposure and get above the noise, right? And so there you are. Thank you. I see another person live here. And so, I recommend you join the Unbreakable Challenge today. It's freaking free. It's 5 days. Hey there, how are you doing? It's freaking free. It's 5 days. Today will be day number 3. But like I said, if you join for free right now, you should be able to still watch the recording in the Facebook group just by searching day 2. I mean, there's 250,000 people that have joined this event. That's just in the Facebook group. I'm sure there's another 250,000 that didn't bother to join the Facebook group, right? I mean, it's like thousands and thousands of comments in the Facebook group. But if you search day 2, you can still actually find the recording. It's again the best 90 minutes of Grant I've heard. I took a lot of notes. I really, 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 really like the way he articulated stuff. And usually when he's given a speech, he'll be right on some big idea, and then he'll jump over to his pitch or his promo, or he'll talk to someone else or something. So you never get like the whole idea a lot of times. It's a little frustrating to me personally. But in this 90 minutes, Grant unleashed, and he wasn't, and it's one topic carried through to the conclusion. I thought that was fabulous, fantastic. I'm looking forward to today. Today, I think he's talking about going out to all channels. Now, Russell Brunson did the second after Grant did his 90 minutes. Then Russell Brunson came up and gave his stick, but he didn't get his shtick. He didn't get to do his close. He did his whole presentation about how he discovered and developed ClickFunnels, but he didn't get to do the close. He did throw in a bonus called Funnelology that you get for free if you buy the thing Grant's selling is $1,000 Unbreakable program series something, right? It's $1,000. And if you bought that, then Russell was throwing in his $1,000 Funnelology course, but he didn't actually get to close on ClickFunnels, which I'm sure about freaking killed him. Now, I heard one of the speakers, he has a bunch of other speakers that will be during this 5 days. I heard one of the speakers paid $5 million just to get to present on his live stream. Now, I do not know if this is true. This is what a friend told me. $5 million just to get to do a presentation on the live stream. I do not know if that's true. But if it is true, think about it. They're paying $5 million to reach probably 500,000 people with like an hour talk or 30-minute or an hour talk. So you think, how could they pay that? But attention is a currency and has a value, right? And being endorsed and everything, that's a lot of that person's very savvy. Also have some deep pockets to be able to pay $5 million to reach 500,000 people for 30 minutes or an hour, right? So I don't have my notebook here. I wrote down a lot of a number of takeaways, notes. If you'll have your own takeaways, if you listen to it. One of the interesting things that came up. Well, so number one point I wanted you to take away was the person who's like, I've been following Grant, doing everything he says. I'm just not getting results. Then you go to the profile, and they ain't got any posts selling anything. They ain't got any posts creating awareness of what they do. You're like, no, you ain't doing what Grant teaches. This is like not even 101. I mean, 101 is you got to promote. You got to make people aware. You got to sell. Ain't doing any of that, right? And so that's number one. Now, number two, one guy said he was having problems selling some kind of thing that he was selling in B2B, right? And Grant's answer was you need a bigger top of the funnel so that you can get the people who really are interested in that. I thought that was a good response. And then Russell chimed in. This was in the VIP session. They have a little VIP thing. If you pay the $100, then you get a little extra question and answer session, right? Where people ask questions. And Russell's point was you got to have a lead magnet that attracts the right people, because it's easy to have a lead magnet that attracts people that aren't interested in what you're selling. So you got to make sure that the lead magnet you're offering, whatever it is attracting the people who are going to really be predispositioned to buy whatever you're selling. That's Dan Kennedy 101. It's marketing 101. It's two-step marketing 101. But you know what? It's always freaking great to be reminded of that. And then Russell also talked about the importance of testing different hooks to try to see what gets people's attention. And just to keep relentlessly testing hooks until you can find something that really starts getting attention and so forth. I thought that was another great point, right? And so the big takeaway, though, from Grant's speech was this. Let me give you the big takeaway. I really hate to give it away, because if you watch the speech, you're going to see it's much more impactful, trust me, when you see Grant present it. But he showed that in 2010, he got out of just doing the car business and realized he needed to go broader because the economy crashed, car dealerships started crashing, and his income went down by half. So he showed a graph of his attention going up like this on the graph on Google Trends over the last, since 2010. And then he showed a graph of his income, and they were virtually identical. And so the point of that is, for those of you who were smart enough to stay to the end of my diatribe here, the point of that is his income went up exactly according to the attention he was getting on Google Trends. His income line matched 100% the Google Trends line since 2010. And his point is, this Google Trends is how much attention I was getting. The income line was absolutely in parallel with it. He's like, attention equals money. That's the price of admission right there. I mean, you need to see the charts, though, because it's got it year by year. It's on the lines. You can see the income in the Google Trends year by year by year. And he showed the graphs. And seeing that is a very powerful thing, because it really does a lot to prove his premise, which is attention equals money. If you want more money, you got to be able to get more attention. Now, today he's talked about how to get your message out on more channels. That's what I've been doing. That's what I teach. But I'm sure I'm going to learn a lot. I got a lot to learn, right? Every freaking day in this business, you've got a lot to learn. And so I'll be on today. I'll be taking notes. I'll be listening, because I'm sure I'm going to learn some more things about how do you get attention across all channels, right? And then tomorrow is going to be on sales, which will be great, of course, because Grant's great at sales. And then the last day will be on scaling. And then on Tuesday, I guess he's having a whole event where a bunch of people speak, right? A bunch of people a big name, famous people are going to speak on Tuesday. So it's really a heck of an event. It's all free. If you want the recordings, you got to pay. That's fair. But the recordings are up 24 hours in the Facebook group. Be sure to go in the Facebook group, right? He also had an assignment. He has a 5-part unbreakable formula, right? Which includes, you'd think I could I haven't rated. You're supposed to rate yourself on all 5 of these and post it in the group. I haven't done it yet, right? But you rate yourself like on marketing, on, that's frustrating. I don't even freaking remember the 5 points. I'm gonna have to go back to the group, and get the 5. I'll show you the group here. Hold on. Do y'all want to see the group, or is this boring to you? If it's boring to you, I won't freaking talk about it. I think it's interesting because, it's just a great point to me that there's 5 things that he's pointing out. And let me go over here to Facebook. Actually, I don't give a flip if you're interested in it or not. I'm interested in it, right? Because it's important. So this is the group. I mean, you can see there's like 256,000 people in the group that joined the challenge. That's of the ones that joined the challenge that got in the group. There's probably another 256,000 people who didn't do that, right? Trying to find where people are rating themselves on these 5 factors. Dang it. Like there's so many people in here. Okay, is this? Yeah. Money and mindset is 1. Well, they didn't lay them out there. Let me find somebody that laid it out a little bit more clear. You learn a lot just that by how people lay out their communication and whether it's clear or not. Oh, yeah, these were some of Grant's points yesterday. Money beats sales. Money follows attention. You must assume no one sees anything you do, even if it got crap loads of views and comments. You still assume nobody sees it because they don't remember it. Speed is senior to quality. Frequency builds trust. These are great freaking notes here. These from yesterday. Those are just great, awesome freaking notes, right? I love that. Well, okay, there's 5 elements, and I'll be darned if I can. There's a bunch of people that posted yesterday their ranking, how they rated on the 5 elements. I'm having problems finding them all now. Oh, here it is. Money and mindset, marketing, communication, sales, and your ability to scale, right? It's interesting because, here's somebody that's already doing 6 figures, and they're rating themselves here on how they are on money and mindset, how they are in marketing, how they are in communication, how they are on sales, and how they are on scaling, right? That's really cool. They're already doing 6 figures. Their goal is $1 million, right? And they already got a team of 5,000. They want a 10x it. See, I think that's freaking awesome. I enjoyed seeing how people rated themselves on these 5 factors here. Anyway, that's what it's about. I recommend you join it. Let me see here if Unbreakable to see. I've already joined, so I don't know. Here, let me do it in a new incognito window so they don't have me cookied. Let me see here. Unbreakable 2023.com/live. Unbreakable2023.com/live. Yeah, I guess this is the replay. This is the replay of day 2. All right, so Unbreakable, UNBREAKABLE2023.com/live, and you can watch yesterday's replay. And then here's the thing he's selling here, but and then the next one today is in 4 hours, the next live stream. That's on the communication. And then these are all the people that'll be speaking either during the event or on Tuesday, right? There's Eric Warray, Stormy Wellington, TD Jakes. I don't know who he is. Anyway, very cool. Very, very great, awesome, cool event. Props to Grant. Hope y'all found that interesting and got value from it. If you didn't, I don't know what to say. I think it's pretty freaking awesome. It's an awesome live event. All right, guys. Let's see here. See if I have any other comments. what was the, I think I'm ready to launch my Chat GPT product. Have to do webinar yet properly on Saturday. Okay, great. More power to you. Yeah, a webinar, a video sales letter. I really like how Frank Kern does his video sales letters. If you need somebody to model on video sales letters, if it's an inexpensive product, the sales pages work just killer, right? Sales pages work just killer. So you can do, it's whatever. Normally you don't need a webinar unless it's selling for 200, 500 bucks or more, right? Just, you can do it, but you don't need it. Just a video sales letter for something 200 bucks or less is fine. You know, sales letters work too. The sales letters work great. You know, if you do a little pre-hype for it to your list, if you have a list, if you do a little pre-hype to your list, it'll help, right? Meaning just announce that it's coming. Here's what it's going to be. Here's why I'm so excited about it. Here's why I'm doing it. So do a little bit of pre-hype and so forth. I don't know if you're in my 10-day challenge or not. If you're not, resellertoolkit.com/10 days. On Monday, we'll be starting. So I'll be doing the live streams Monday at 9 Eastern Standard Time is when I'll be starting. All right, guys, you all have a great day. And hopefully I'll see you on the Cardone event. If not, I'll see you tomorrow.